Hello, hello, beautiful people. Every moment you are a new you, or you can be. That's what I want to talk about today. I remember exactly where I was standing. It was probably around 2022, somewhere in there. I was standing in my yard. I had already dived into self-love, and I was really stuck in the, which part of myself do I love? Who am I, really? The who am I phase, where, you realize all the attachments you have to certain roles that we play, the attachments that we have to our titles, right? So, at that time, I was an alcoholic. I was a people pleaser. I was a codependent. I was a mother and a fixer, a giver, and I was really attached to all of these roles. And so when we find out who we actually are, we have to detach from these roles, because I am a mother. Yes, I am. And that's a very important job for me. Very, very important. It's the most important thing to me. But it's not all that I am. I was before I was a mother. I was a person, And so it's not the entirety of who I am. So one of the struggles that I had was letting go of these roles and being more than that. If you're attached to being a codependent, or you believe that you are anxiously attached and that's just who you are, then it's really hard to change it. So realizing that these are all just roles that we play, normally to keep us safe, either from other people or it's to keep us safe inside of our body. Because if we feel like if we fix everything, then we won't have to deal with tension, conflict avoidant, and tension is where we feel unsafe. So really it's about getting comfortable in that tension. It's about understanding that tension isn't always bad. And if you know how to give yourself safety in that tension, it's everything. It changes it all. It changes everything. But really, I'm talking about this because of the newness mindset that I've been working through the last week or so, and really directing that to you. Every second, your cells are dying and being reborn. You are literally a new person every second. Now, do you decide to hold on to old identity and keep playing the way that you've been playing? Or you can decide, I do not want to do that anymore. That does not work for me. It's fixing everything to control how you feel inside, safe, right? Because if everything is okay, then you're okay, right? You don't have to do that. But you do have to learn how to be okay when things aren't the way that you think they should be, and that's the tricky part, is sitting with that tension. So whenever, let's say a people pleaser, right? And then the first time you say no, it feels like you committed a crime and you should go away for life. So whenever you do that and you say no and you notice the sensations in your body, and you just you realize that, hey, this is an old pattern. I'm doing it because I don't want to feel this, what's happening right now. So really just sitting there with that and being there with it, talking to it. What is it that you want? I did this last night, and it wasn't about what I'm talking about now, but I was feeling a certain way. So I sat down and I just let myself feel it. And I noticed myself with my inner child, like trying to help, trying to fix, trying to, you know, like, oh, what can I do to make you feel better? Like, let's go shopping, you know? And she didn't want to be fixed. She just wanted me to sit there. And a lot of the times that's all it is. It's just sitting there and witnessing how you're feeling and allowing it to be there without making it bad, without making it wrong. It is just like chemicals flowing through your body. You know, watch them. Listen to them. What do they want? And I'm telling you, most of the time it's just, they just want to sit there and feel that way and not be ashamed about it. They don't want you to fix it. But every moment is a chance for you to be a new you. It takes a decision over and over, because these old like triggers are going to come up. The old patterns are going to arise, and it feels familiar and safe because it's familiar. But whenever you can realize that that wasn't working, and if it is working for you, then great. Like, don't change. If you have a great, beautiful life and you feel amazing all the time, like, tell me your secret too, because I'd like to incorporate it into my life. But if you've gotten to a point where you're doing the same things and you can recognize that that's not how you really want to be doing it, you get to be a new person. We get so attached to who we used to be, and we can't let go of that. It is painful. It's like you die. Part of you dies. But that's happening anyway. So why live to your old standards and your old expectations when you want something new? I hope this makes sense. It keeps coming up for me. It changed my life 4 years ago-ish. I am a Gemini, and one of my like past traumas or shadows, whatever we want to call it, is like switching personality. Like, people have judged me for that in the past. I call it being real. You know, like, some days we feel good, some days we don't. People who pretend like they feel good all the time, like, that doesn't make sense to me. So I am who I am. And once I realize that, like, in any second, however I am, that's who I am. And that's okay. If somebody else doesn't like that, maybe they need to get away from me. Maybe I need to get away from them. You know? And that's okay. Not everybody has to like it. Only I do. And as long as I'm being true to who I am in each moment as best as I can, because, you know, we get snatched back and whatever, but like, it's made all the difference in the world. It was like my permission slip to be me, even though other people may not like it. And that's everything. It's everything. You get to be whoever you want right now. And then now. And if you didn't like who you were 3 seconds ago, you can change it. You can be something different. Like, why not? Because somebody else isn't going to approve? You know what? Screw them. Maybe you'll trigger the crap out of them, and they'll learn that they can do it too. Because really, that's what it is. They're just jealous. That's what it is. So this is your permission slip. If you want it. Every second, you're a new you. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be right now? What do you want to do? What is it that you actually want? Why aren't you going for it? Because it's not who you used to be? It was shortly after that, this permission slip, that I started to do the things that were like, yoga was one of the things for me. Like, I really wanted to do yoga class, but I was scared. I was scared to be new. It wasn't who I was at the time. Like I wasn't a yogi, you know, and I'm still not, but man, you don't have to be a yogi to go do yoga. And I got so much out of it for just allowing myself to try something new that I wanted to do. You know, it's small. It doesn't have to be huge, you know. Small things do add up to huge, though. So you just start with one little thing and then another, and allow yourself to be whatever you are in this moment, and then the next moment, and you add these up, and then you have a life. But being who you actually are, not the roles, not the people pleaser, not the control freak. You know, you are not those things. Those are things that you learned to survive as a child, more than likely. Take them into adulthood, and now it's driving you nuts. You're like, why am I like this? Why can't I leave my house without feeling safe? You know, like stuff like that. But yeah, every moment you get to be a new you if you choose. Or you can stay the same. There's no shame in that either. Be you to the fullest. Bye.